This video is a pure informative video and doesn't include any interesting visuals. So you may want to consider as a podcast and listen while you work, or you can listen as usual. Hi clinic owners. So you have just opened your own aesthetic practice. You have invested money, time, energy. You already have a few patients coming in, but you want more because you need a stable revenue, confidence, and freedom to keep doing your work properly. So now the real question becomes, how do aesthetic clinics actually get consistent patients every month to continue their clinic and practices? And before we go deeper, let me quickly introduce myself. My name is Tuhin. I'm the founder of Page Optima, and I have worked closely with multiple aesthetic clinics and medical brands, helping them grow visibility, trust, and patient flow. Everything I'm sharing is not a theory, it's the based on what I have seen in the real clinics. So, how do you get consistent patients for your aesthetic practice? And the short answer is there are only two reliable sources of getting patients. First, word of mouth, and second, online visibility and awareness. Everything else is the variation of these two. Now, online visibility and awareness are whole other chapter. So let's talk about the word of mouth first. And please do not take it as lightly. And actually, I would say this is the most hardest thing to execute properly. Because you can never control what a stranger says about your clinic, but you can control one thing, and that is how you behave with other patients. And and it's a universal rule. If you want to love from someone, you have to give the love and care first. And this is what I meant by patient centric behavior. And I say this in almost every video, and yes, that matters so much. Not just you, your entire team needs to carry this mindset. Reception, assistant, nurses, doctors, everyone. Because in this business, trust plays a huge role. Because a patient need to trust you with their body and skin, and building the trust is way easier than you think if you play it genuinely careful and love your patient. And if you don't stay transparent, careful with your patients, and if you are thinking that I can use any hacks or any conversation loops to build trust, it really next to impossible. So I'll suggest you to choose the right and easiest way to build trust. Just stay genuine, keep a patient centric behavior. That's it. You are already happy there. Now let's talk about the experience. Experience doesn't start when your treatment begins, it starts when they first contact you. The first consultation is the most critical. Here you have to remember couple of things. You can note them down too. First, remember you don't need to impress anyone. The sole purpose of the consultation is they want to know about the treatment and the expected result from the treatment. Please don't rush for anything. Listen carefully to the patient, analyze their problems properly, and set a clear expectations. Explain clearly what results are possible, what results are not possible, how long it will take, and what the price will be. And a new clinic makes these mistakes every time, which is compromising their pricing too much. Please do not do it, because if you're thinking that if I discount so much there will be lots of leads and lots of patients, but believe me, this is not true. And if there are leads, the quality of the leads will be worse, and you don't want to work with them. So please do not play with the pricing, play with the authority, trust, and visibility. So back to consultation. A patient is always affected by the result and pain. And here you have only one job. Make the experience predictable. So the overall view of a consultation is you have to make sound the process of pain and result is normal. And you have to normalize this thing. So basically when a patient understands what is going to happen and they feel predictable and safe, so in the first consultation, your only job is to set a clear expectation and make the conversation predictable. And after onboarding the patient, behave with them calmly, always keep softer, clearer, and respectable tone. Now let's talk about online visibility. Word of the mouth alone is not enough. Even you have the most excellent experience. Still, you need visibility so people discover you. Here is a simple truth behind the clinic business. The more time people see your business online, the more they trust you. In this business, repeated exposure is the only key part to attract patient continuously. Now, what I meant by that? Let's visualize some realistic scenario. Whenever someone searches for XYZ clinic near me or XYZ treatment, your clinic should pop up in the Google At least you should be on the first page. And also, when they scroll on Instagram, you should pop up with your before after videos and authority based content. Listen, so people have to see you again and again, so they become comfortable with you, and that's how they trust you and consult with your clinic. And this complete incident is not a random thing. There has to be a complete marketing strategy behind it. One of the things is SEO and local visibility. And no, I'm not talking about any complicated marketing terms. I'm talking about one simple thing. When someone in your area searches for clinic near me, or like acne treatment near me, or like laser treatment near me, your clinic your clinic must appear. Because if you are not there and visible at that moment, you are invisible in the real life too. And this is not a branding, this is not a marketing, this is just a basic survival thing. In the clinic business, the most important thing, as I told earlier, and I'm gonna say it again, the repeated exposure. And the biggest mistake the beginner clinics do, they do SEO once, post on Instagram once, and they stop. Visibility doesn't work like that. Visibility work on volume and consistency. In any work, even in this clinic business, you have to stay consistent about your social portfolio and your SEO. You need your website ranking, your Google profile activated, your reviews coming in, your content posting regularly, your before after visibility, your name repeated in the local ecosystem every time. Because patients do not trust when they see you once, they trust they see you again and again. So basically they have to feel confident and comfortable with you, and this happens when only if you repeated exposure yourself. So if I take you a journey of a patient choosing you, this would be: first they see you in Google, and before even they see you in Google, they have a concern in their mind and they want to solve it. So they search something and you are pop up in the Google first page. So they see you, and they just then forget. But again, when they opened Instagram, they see you again on Instagram with a reviews video or anything. And they again just like, it's click. Okay, so I see this business, or I saw this business on Google. And then they like see your reviews, and they talk to someone about your clinic, and then they finally call you. If you are missing any of this step, you lose patient. This is why I say clinic don't lose patient because they are bad doctors, but they lose patient because visible enough to be trusted. And here is the harsh truth: the best clinic doesn't win, the most visible plus predictable clinic wins. Now combine everything: word of mouth, experience, consultation quality, patient centric behavior, online visibility, repeated exposure. And this is not a random, this is a system you have to build step by step, slowly and gradually, to be that clinic in your area. And again, please remember, there is no hack, there is no pricing strategy, there is no shortcut, there is no trick. It's only the care, process, visibility, and consistency. You have to care your patient, you have to be stay genuine for your patient. The process have to be predictable and simple. And again, yes, it's take discipline, it takes time, it takes effort, but if you can only build a sustainable system, you can become that clinic in your area. Okay, so if you are a clinic owners and you feel little lost right now, or if you feel like you are doing many things but nothing is working properly, you are not alone. I'm breaking down these systems in simple languages so you can actually apply them. And if you want clarity on what exactly should fix the first in your clinic, you will find the link below to book a short strategy call.